Hey everybody, it's Brian. In this video, I'll talk through 7 steps on how to commission art. The process, the etiquette, all of it. So if you've ever wanted to commission art but haven't, or if you're an artist looking for a video you can send to potential clients, this video is for you. Step 1, find an artist. Sometimes this is the hardest step, right? The first one. My recommendation is to search the term portfolio day on Twitter or Bluesky. Some of the results will be junk, but you will get a lot of results of artists posting examples of their portfolio. Artists also typically follow and support other artists. So if you find somebody that you like, you can go through their follower list or their quote tweets, their mentions, and you might discover new artists that way as well. Reddit can also be a great resource. I'd avoid using something like Fiverr. It's easy to find very cheap art there, but I remain skeptical of the quality and authenticity. Step 2, pick an artist whose style you like, a style that you want for your art. Don't look for any artist with open commissions and ask them to create art in a style completely different. Take your time, go through their socials, go through their portfolio, and pick a couple of pieces that you really like. Then, when you reach out, you can reference those pieces as the style that you like or that inspired you. That gives the artist an idea of what you're looking for and shows them that you've put some thought into this. Step 3, follow instructions. Artists who take commissions will often have a list of required information to include when you first contact them. It might be style, portrait or landscape, white background or color, size, and so on. If your first email doesn't include any of that information, all it shows is that you're not very respectful of their time or work. Step 4, respect the process. If you've never commissioned art before, here's how it usually goes. You reach out with a proposal. There will be some back and forth with the artist to answer questions, set expectations, and agree on a price. If both parties agree to move forward, the artist will typically ask for half of that payment up front. Then they'll get to work. After some time, they'll check back in with you and show their progress. This is when you can and should give feedback. They'll incorporate that feedback, then return to you with the finished art. There might be some last minute tweaking or polishing, or if things really went off the rails, a wholesale redo, but that's very rare. Then you give final approval, send final payment, and the artist will send you the finished product. Now, sometimes the process is laid out in a contract that you and the artist sign at the beginning. Other times there is no contract. And sometimes the upfront payment is 30% instead of 50%. But the broad strokes will almost always be the same as what I just laid out. Something else important to consider is that typically the artist retains the image rights to the commission, meaning they can sell it, they can market it, they can use it how they like. If you want to own the image rights, that can be written into the contract, but it will cost more money. Step 5, give feedback. When the artist is showing you their progress, typically at the midway point and later, they will ask you for your feedback, and you should give it. They're not doing this just to be polite. They want you to like it, and they want to know that they're on track to deliver the product you want, or if they have misinterpreted something along the way. It's a lot easier to change something at this point than it is with a finished product. Just be polite and respectful for how you give that feedback. Step 6, respect the price. Commissioning art is not bartering or haggling in some medieval market. The artist has typically put some thought into setting that price at a level that works for them. If you can't or won't pay that price, then politely decline, tell them why, and then find an artist within your budget. Also, respect the upfront payment. It's there to show the artist that you're serious and to ensure that the artist doesn't spend time working only to be ghosted halfway through. That might represent hours or days of lost work, lost time, and lost money for that artist. And finally, step 7, don't be a jerk. Artists are people making their way through the world just like you and me. They're not public utilities. They're not piñatas that you can bash until a painting falls out. The internet is filled with examples of people being jerks to artists. Don't be a jerk. Okay, that's this video. Short, sweet, and hopefully helpful. And hopefully that gives you some idea of the process and the expectations for commissioning art. I love artists. I love commissioning art. They add a lot of value to the world around us. So be respectful of them, respectful of their time, and respectful of yourself. Thanks. See you next time.